Hello, welcome to Lavinia's kitchen. Today we are going to make a loaf of bread. So, nice and simple. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to take some fresh yeast. If you haven't got any fresh yeast, you can use dried. I like my fresh, so I'm going to take my fresh yeast and I'm going to put it into a bowl of warm water. Now, to test the water, use your pinky and the water should feel warm. If you go, ouch, it's too hot, and what you do is you kill the yeast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there, along with a teaspoon of sugar. And what we're going to do is we're just going to mix this together in the water. Now the water, we need 300 ml of water for this recipe, so I've just taken some of the 300 ml of water. And I'm simply creaming all of this together. And then we're going to set this aside until it starts to froth up. In other words, we get the yeast becoming active and starting to reduce the gas, which is going to help raise the bread. So nice and simple. The sugar's there to give the yeast something to eat, a bit of moisture, a bit of heat, and then what we're going to do is set that aside. It'll take a little while just for it to heat to start to work, but you will see a difference. Meanwhile, what we're going to do is, in my big bowl, I'm going to put 500 grams of strong flour and a teaspoon of salt. And then after that, we need to just wait until this is ready. If you're not using fresh yeast, at this stage you would put a sachet of dry yeast in and then continue with the recipe once we've got this done. Okay, so we need to now wait until that is ready. Okay, I think you can have a wee look now at our yeast mixture, and it has frothed up very nicely, so we know that the yeast's working. Okay, next bit, nice and simple. Dough hook, which we're going to use for bread, into our mixer. And in the bowl, as I said, we've got 500 grams of strong flour. I'm going to add 50 ml of oil. I'm going to add in our yeast mixture. And finally, we're going to add in the rest of that 300 ml of tepid or warm water. And what we're going to do with that is we're simply going to mix it together. I'm cheating this morning. Okay, let's start off gentle. Slowly, nice, this all comes together nicely. Right, I like the Kenwood, it's nice and quick. Okay, what we're going to do now is we are going to put a little bit of flour on our worktop. Then we're going to take our bread mix out and put it onto the flour. Okay, you can see it's quite rough at the moment, so what we're going to do next is we're going to knead it for 10 minutes. And hopefully you will see a change. Right, 20 past 10 in the morning, so kneading. Pull it in, push, pull it in, push, pull it in, push. Kneading 10 minutes, and hopefully you will start to see it change. Okay, I've got a bit of work to do. 10 minutes have now passed, and I hope you've all got some muscles. That's what I have. And if you have a look at it, it should now look nice and smooth. As I was once told, smooth like a baby's bottom. You can see the difference in it. What we're going to do with this now is we're going to put it back in the bowl. I'm going to cover it with a clean tea towel, And we're going to leave that for about an hour until it doubles in size. Okay. Right. Our bread has had an hour, and I think you can see it's growing. Oh, what we want to do with this, we're going to collect the flour from our worktop and we're going to turn it out onto there. Let's just bring out the bowl, all the little bits out. And we're going to just knead it again, just very quickly. And what I've got here is a tin, a £2 loaf tin, which I've oiled lightly. And we're going to just shape this to fit into the tin. So pull it underneath. Okay, just about there. And what we're going to do with this is simply put it into the tin. And then we're going to leave this again for another hour until it doubles in size. Our bread has had about an hour, so let's have a look and see what we've got. As you can see, it has grown really nicely. Now, all that's left to do with this is to bake it in a hot oven, 220 degrees, gas number 7, for about 30 to 40 minutes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a wee bit fancy. I'm going to put a wee cut down the middle. And what we'll do is we will pop this in the oven. Set our timer for 30 minutes and we'll check up on it then. The bread has had its 30-35 minutes, so what we're going to do is I'm going to tip the oven off and let's just take it out, shall we? There we go. Okay, it has gone a lovely golden brown and it's nice and firm to touch. Now, to check if it's ready, what we want to do is we want to take it out of the tin, and if you tap it, it should sound hollow. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but there you go. Right, this should be left to cool down. I can never wait. I love homemade bread straight out the oven, so let's just cut a bit, just to let you see what it's like inside. And there's nothing nicer than hot bread with butter dripping off it. Butter on this. Oh, it smells it. Well, I'd love to let you try some, but you'll just have to go and make some for yourselves. Bye folks.